If you are planning to relocate, work, invest, or even retire in Ghana, one of the most important things you must understand is residency. Many people move thinking they can stay indefinitely on tourist visa, and that is where problem begins. In this video, I will explain everything you need to know about Ghana residency permits, the different types available, who qualifies, how much it costs, the documents required, processing timelines, and common mistakes that delays approval. So whether you're already in Ghana or planning to move soon, this video will save you a lot of stress and money. Before we go ahead to begin, hello you guys and welcome back again to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. On here I teach you everything you need to know about living, working and investing in Ghana. If you like content around that, kindly go ahead to subscribe to the channel. Okay, don't forget to let me know your questions in the comment section. If you want me to do any video for you, also let me know in the comments. So yeah, let's jump right in. What is Ghana residency? Residency simply means the legal means or legal permission to stay long in Ghana without constantly renewing short visas, right? In Ghana, residency allows foreigners to live legally, open bank accounts, work or run their businesses, rent long-term apartments, enroll children in schools easily, and all of that. Without residency, many services becomes difficult, right? Residency permits are handled by the Ghana Immigration Service, which regulates foreign nationals living in the country. Now, there are different types of residency permits in Ghana, and these are several residency options depending on your purpose of coming, to live or whatever it is you're coming to do in Ghana. So number one is going to be work residency permit. This is the most common one. You qualify for a Ghana work residency permit if a Ghanaian company hires you or you work for an international company that is operating in Ghana. And of course, the simple requirements would include your employment contract, your company sponsorship letter, your passport validity. Your employer usually supports the application. Like your employer would usually, apply for the application for you or apply for the residency permit for you. I've done like a detailed video about work residency permit. So if you really want to know about work residency permits in Ghana, then go ahead and watch the video. It's already in my channel, right? And I'm going to leave the link to that video in the description box, so you can go ahead and check it out after you're done watching this one, right? Now, the next type of residency permit is investors residency permit. If you want to start a business in Ghana, this is one permit that is actually very important for you. Now, it is common among entrepreneurs, hair business owners, import and export operators, and all of that if you generally want to start or invest in a business in Ghana, right? Now, the requirements include a registered Ghanaian company, minimum capital investment depending on business structure, and the benefit is you can live and operate in Ghana with your business legally, right? Now, I have also done a detailed video about starting a business in Ghana, what you need to know, because this particular residency permit is also similar to that, and you need some certain things which I mentioned in that video when you are about to apply for investors residency permit. I'm also going to leave the link to that video in the description box for you. The third kind of permit is going to be dependent residency permit. Now, if your spouse works legally in Ghana or you have a parent that has residency in Ghana, spouse and their children can apply as dependents, and this is perfect for family relocating together. So let's take for example your husband, or you are a wife and you got a job right in Ghana. You can actually apply for your kids and your wife or your husband as dependents, right, to come along with you to live in Ghana. This is where you need to apply for dependent residency permit, right? You are depending on somebody else that is relating to you, that like a direct family member that has a job or that is already legally living in Ghana, right? The next one, which is number 4 type of residency permits in Ghana, is going to be the student residency permit. This one is common for international students studying in Ghana universities, right? They receive residency permits through their institutions, usually processed after admission is confirmed. So once you are given admission, right, in a Ghana institution, the university is going to process the residency permit for you through the Ghana long-term residency, right, without you renewing, more often and or spending all those cash, right? So these are the types of residency permits that are available in Ghana, depending on what you want to do in Ghana, right? The next one we are going to talk about is the requirements for residency permits, right, in Ghana. Generally, this is the general requirement for residency permit, though depending on the type of residency permit you want, there will be extra documentation that you will need to do. Like, for example, if you are a student or you've gotten an admission, right, there's also going to be an additional document you will provide adding to this particular one I'm going to be calling, but then it will be communicated to you through an email, right, once you are on the process already. So let's talk about the general requirement that you are going to need, right? Okay, so for the general requirement that you're going to need one, a valid passport photographs, completed immigration form. Number 3, medical report. Of course, they want to know if you are fit and healthy. Number 5, police clearance certificate. Of course, they don't want criminals in the country. Number 6 is going to be proof of accommodation. Of course, they want to know you are not going to be roaming around the streets of Ghana. Of course, you need to have an accommodation. And number 7 is an employment or business documentation. If you're coming as an employed personnel, you need to show your employment contract. And if you're coming as an investor, maybe through a business, you need to also have your business documentation. Now, always prepare original documents and copies, because of course they will ask you for the original and you will still have to drop some copies. Of course, they're not taking the original from you, just to confirm that it's an original document that you are bringing, right? Incomplete documentation causes delay. This is something that a lot of people still struggle with. When you are facing delays on your application, right, it may be that your documents are not complete. So make sure that whatever document you are submitting for whatever purpose or whatever kind of permit that you want is very complete. Go ahead and do that to avoid delays. Now let's talk about money. Yes, let's talk about money, right? Fees vary depending on nationality and permit type. So when it comes to applying for this permit, of course there are fees that are attached, and these fees varies, right, depending on your nationality, where you're from, and the type of permit that you are actually applying for. Now, generally, application fees, processing fees, card issuance fees, most residency permits ranges approximately between $500 to $1,000, depending on the category and duration. Investment permit or investors permit may cost more because business verification is involved. They need to verify your business and all of that, so you may pay more than that $1,000. Always confirm updated fees directly with the immigration office before going ahead to apply. Now, one thing you need to know is whenever you are applying, because of course most of these applications are done physically, it's just lately that they started doing online application, right? So you will still get first-hand information about anything that is bothering you, or if there is like maybe an updated fees, you also get to know before you pay or before you continue with your application. Now let's talk about processing timeline. Many people underestimate this part, right? Residency approval is not instant. There are timelines, and the typical timeline is submission review is within 2 to 4 weeks, background verification, approval stage, Average processing time can take about 4 weeks to 8 weeks, right? Sometimes you can submit and they are reviewing it for within 2 weeks to 4 weeks, right? But then again, generally it can take up to 4 to 8 weeks, sometimes longer, depending on the documentation that you've submitted and the type of visa that you are on, and also the kind of permits that you're applying for. Avoid to travel during this process, because of course they might call you at any time if they need you. So avoid traveling plans during the processing time, right? Now, how to apply? There are two main ways. First, through your employer or sponsoring company. That's if you are applying through maybe your job, like you got a job, your employer will do that for you, or the company that is sponsoring the job for you will do that for you. The second option you have is to submit directly at the immigration office. Many applicants apply through immigration consultant, but always verify legitimacy before paying agents. If you want to use agents or expiration, please make sure you leave and then maybe apply again to come back, right? Now, always stay legally. If you're not legal in the country, you will get denied. So make sure you are legal. Make sure you've stayed within the period where your visa is not yet expired before you apply, right? Now, number two is avoid fake documents, fake accommodation addresses. Like, a lot of people do this a lot. They bring in fake documents, which includes fake accommodation addresses. Immigration verification visits sometimes happens. Sometimes they will go to these addresses that you say you want to leave or that you are leaving, right? It's better to connect with some people, right, who are already living here. You can as well use their address if you've not gotten an accommodation yet, so that at least when they visit, the people will know that you are the person using the address, and they can actually say, okay, somebody like that lives here and stuff like that, right? Just make sure to avoid fake addresses. That's just the point of this. Number three is incomplete business registration. Investors must register properly. A lot of times, people that want to have this business permit, they are always using incomplete documents. Make sure that your documents are complete. That is the bottom line of all of this. What is the benefit of having residency? Of course, it is as simple as ABC. Once approved, you can rent properly. You can rent property easily and properly, of course, because no landlord would rent his house for you if you don't have a proper residency permit, right? You can also open local bank accounts. You can also register utilities. You can have access to better service and every service in the country, and all of that. Now, you want to put this in front of your mind when you are going to rent the house, that the landlords there, they always prefer residents that has permits, or foreigners that has residency permits, instead of tourists. They don't want tourists because they want people that will stay long. Of course, as you are staying long, you are also paying them, right? So they want long-term payment. So not tourists, right? Have this at the back of your mind. Now, if your relocation is part of your plan, residency should be your priority. Prepare your documents early, understand your category, and avoid shortcuts. Try as much as you can to avoid shortcuts. Legal residency protects your investment and your peace of mind. You don't want to be living somewhere, or you don't want to be living in Ghana and you are, having hard time because your residency has issues. So make sure you do the right thing. Start on time, understand your category, avoid shortcuts, do proper documentation. It takes time, yes, but once you are done, you have your peace of mind, right? If this video has helped you, kindly go ahead and subscribe. Let me also know in the comment section that this video actually helped you. If you want me to do any other video for you, let me know. If you like videos around Ghana relocation and immigration updates, kindly go ahead and subscribe, like this video, and do not forget to let me know your thoughts in the comment section. You guys, thank you so much, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.